Now, we haven't touched on annotative text or any annotative scaling of any sort. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our general view text here, this scale 1 to 10. I'm going to click here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, and I'm actually going to cut that away from the layout tab. I'm then going to click here on the model tab and right click and actually paste it in to here. Now you'll notice it's a lot smaller, like so. So I need to zoom in real tight now. That text is 5 millimeters high in the model space. And the reason that it's so small is because it is literally 5 millimeters high. If you look at these dimensions here, obviously 5 millimeters is quite small compared to 242.53. So we're going to make it annotative. We're going to make it scale up so that it scales to 1 to 10 in the viewport. Now we need to click on it here, right click and go to Properties. And then what we're going to do is change it here in the Properties palette. Click where it says No, click on the down arrow and say yes. We want that to be annotative. So it's now annotative, and the annotative scale at the moment is 1 to 1. So that won't make any difference. But let's just check something here. If I click on the Properties palette and close it, and then go back to my A3 Landscape tab, that text has disappeared. It's not in the viewport. That's because the viewport is at 1 to 10. And we do not have a 1 to 10 annotative scale applied to that text yet. So if I click here in the Model tab again, and we're going to apply the 1 to 10 scale to this. So if I select it and right click, Annotative Object Scale, and I can add and delete scales there off of the shortcut menu. At the moment we only have 1 to 1. So I click on Add, 1 to 10, OK it, and OK it again there. So it's now got 2 annotative scales against it. Can you see that, the 2 little symbols? So it's got multiple annotative scales. If I now go back to the A3 Landscape, there it is, and look, it's the right size. It's actually scaled the text from the 5 millimeters high, times it by 10 to make it 50 high, so that it looks appropriate in the viewport. What I'll do now, just double click here, click on the grip, slide that along a tad like so, hit escape to deselect, double click outside the viewport. Now the text there looks the right size. If I go back to the model tab though, and zoom out, it's still only 5 millimeters high. So the annotative scaling there is taking it from 5 millimeters to 5 millimeters high in the 1 to 10 viewport in the Layout tab. Annotative scaling is quite a new concept to a lot of people. It came in with AutoCAD 2008. It's extremely useful, as you can see. You can put all your text 1 to 1 in your model here, apply the appropriate annotative scale for the appropriate viewport, it scales it up automatically for you. So that's annotative text for you.